Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Political intrusion. Yes. Is it not legitimate for the MPP communications director, if he was called by a media house, to give his opinion on it? It's legitimate. Osofunu, they have no immunity from scrutiny and a critique. Beboa, respect no ede yede maho.
Yeah.
But nyode wakasenti yaiti. I'm sure Kwamna elaborated around those things. Inti Buaben Asamoah wakasa. Fair deal. He's asking even for specifics and clarity. If the Catholic Bishop Conference are minded, they can react. Or I suspect perhaps in the communique, they will be a bit more detailed in terms of specifics.
Okay.
Usually that's the nature of communique.
If they have any.
I would be surprised if they don't have any, Kwamna. So they must. But I'm not compelling them. I'm not, but communicate by its nature. I enjoy itemize different areas. I expect something to that effect to enrich discussions on these matters. But our good friend and our former president, again, that's an office you can't toy with, Kwame. Apart from the fact that I'm a Menyankwa and behind him there, I like him, I admire him. I don't support him politically because of the platform Ojinano, and he knows that. But some more Jinamatra wahane ya correcta. Also, Buaben Asamoah smacks of arrogance of power.
No.
They will hold press conference and a media event. Apparently, former President Mahama is prescribing a code of silence, Manka culture of silence. Kwame,
Why a code of silence?
Then chap more Canada mama arrogance of power. A press conference. Say Buabimpo insulted these dignified men and women, or problematic. But why did he?
No.
Yes, so far Mama Hunde is rather asking questions for clarity and clarifications. So really, it's the former president's intrusion is needless.
Really?
Completely needless.
But he's also recounted criticism against him during his tenure and said he took it in good faith. He doesn't see why.
As President Akufo-Addo spoken.
Not that I know of.
So what? And you want to challenge for us to give evidence of party communicators and activists who disagreed? I didn't want to say attack. This man of God. Kwame, are we challenged
I don't think
to
anybody
produce that evidence? So he has no business making the case he's making. But only I'm a friend of political intrusions. And you see, Obama Catholic Bishop who message challenges. It's already become political football. The political elements have taken charge of what these men of God have said and are now battling over it. Now the men of God maybe they should come back and be referees.
It's unfair. On their chess game.
It's unfair. We the bottom yashema can dispassionately, and as I indicated, into Mikade Nini completely false or negative. Into Mkadam. What's the prices of goods are rising, Yadama? It's a fact. I mean, it's fact.
It's truth.
It's true.
Yes.
There are reasons for that. There are economic reasons for that. You can analyze those things in a proper perspective. But the fact that the margin is not church mercy. Yes. So really, Onyaja or there, the Catholic bishops have spoken. So that is the judgment. Indeed, prices were rising even before election 2020. And it was part of the political campaign. And the lottery made a judgment. Many of the things people are complaining about were all part of the political campaign or election campaign. bottom line, the electorate will make a judgment. And I'm saying, I'm not saying nobody should talk. In fact, government, your omissions of government should be pointed out and criticized. Same way, good ones should be highlighted and praised. 2024 won't take one person or one organization to determine how this country moves forward and who wins to govern.
Okay. Kwekumite.
Also, it is in the light of the above that we make the following recommendations.
Okay.
1. That government takes practical steps to help mitigate the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, especially by initiating policies that will lead to the creation of sustainable jobs for the teeming youth of our nation. 2. That open and honest dialogue be initiated between government and all stakeholders to address difficulties that have arisen in the education and health sectors due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 3. That the church at all levels should vigorously embrace the use of the traditional and social media as a vehicle for evangelism or generalization. 4. That a deliberate and organized program be initiated to educate young people on the proper use of the internet and social media, emphasizing its opportunities and exposing its dangers. Last one, that all parishes and schools be made practical centers for teaching the ecological gospel, with best practices adopted and implemented in these places. And of course, they also committed themselves to the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill now or parliament. You see, the second one, that an open, honest dialogue be initiated between government and all stakeholders to address difficulties that have arisen in the education and health sectors due to COVID-19 pandemic. I read somewhere elsewhere, accounting and audio and Bibi, I read it. The man was the man of God was supposed to have actually attacked
the government.
Education today there is being thrown into the dogs.
No.
Yes, but this number 2 doesn't give me that impression.
You must have read it on social media.
Yes,
I told you, bro.
I did.
Sometimes you need to get off that thing,
social media.
Can we?
Social media.
No, listen to you. I said sometimes you need to get off that thing.
It is
man.
the devil's entertainment hub.
No, I disagree with you.
I agree with you.
No, it is not. It is not
a new frontier.
No, quick, listen. It is not the devil's entertainment hub, as Alute says. When I did the address at UPSA, it was one of the things I said.
Baby,
what do you do with social media? That is where the importance is. It becomes a sensationalism. But there are people using social media to do magic for themselves, for their countries, for their communities,
for their businesses.
Yes, so it's
and
a positive.
There's a hugely positive potential about social media.
I hear you.
But so that's why I said sometimes you need to get off that social media.
My own page, me war. Me the other tour. And then they come.
And the bin of my going to be you.
I mean,
I will buy.
See, me war. I be my friend standing order number 1. Those gate crashers and intruders, they of nuisance value to me. I don't respond to them. Church massive. There is a category minimum, and they are known. Hey, some man for Bibi and and they come in their hundreds. They won't deal with the subject matter. No.
They will deal with the messenger.
They deal with me, and serious insults, attacks.
Yeah. And sometimes barefaced lies.
Yes, it be most of the shifting cultivation. Subject now that one. Also, okay. How about this one? Oh no, introducing new subject. But I don't think we have the luxury of an alternative. It's become part and parcel of the media landscape. As you say, social and then mainstream. You see,
Boy, yes, he was going.
Yeah, man.
I don't feel I'm never going to go. Now, but
What?
We go up on Magaja no you took Bele.
Oh, I done.
But I mean, I can't.
Oh,
You just have to. I mean, accommodate
sometimes
them.
don't respond.
Don't respond, but you can't. I mean, block. Me will policy of not blocking.
block.
I can't take anybody off my wall.
I'm from a take a crap. Yeah. Nyankopon no oboso na azaze owo ebufu.
And one be nankasa so one be nankasa where am from Masabi.
Oh, can you?
I'm from sometimes you just let it pass.
Obi chama oba na magaja
Obi so
also winning, but
I have fraba.
Obi o na nana nimfoyi no za any DP. No, or they describing nana nation.
Yeah, unfortunately, quite a lot of them so on your real identity. No, so difficult, Kwame. Very, very difficult.
Anyway, Kwame, let's also understand that
This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.